Hi everyone. In this class, we are going to discuss about concept of conductors and concept of dielectrics. So, what is the conductor and what is the dielectric and what are the examples of conductors and dielectric? Conductors are materials which have very low resistance. Conductors are the materials which have very low resistance. For example, copper, silver, and aluminum. Copper, silver, and aluminum are the good examples of the conductors. Conductors are the materials for which no forbidden gap exists between valency band and conduction band. A conductor has abundance of the charge that is free to move. Under the effect of applied electric field, the available free electrons start moving. The moving electrons strike the adjacent atoms and rebound in the random direction. This is called as drifting of the electrons. After some time, the electrons attain the constant average velocity, which is called as drift velocity, and it is denoted by V suffix t. V suffix t is the drift velocity. The current which exists in the conductors due to the drifting of electrons under the influence of the applied voltage, which is called as drift current. The drift velocity is directly proportional to the applied electric field. So that is, the drift velocity is denoted by V suffix d. Vd is directly proportional to the electric field intensity. Vd is equal minus mu e into E bar, where mu e is the electron mobility, mu suffix e is the electron mobility. The constant of proportionality is called as mobility of the electrons in a given material, and it is denoted as mu suffix e. It is positive for free electrons. In that equation, in the above equation, the negative sign indicates that the velocity of the electrons is against to the direction of the electric field. Now, the dimensions of the mobility are mobility is equal velocity for field, velocity divided by field. And velocity is measured in meters per second, and field is electric field intensity is measured in volts per meter. Therefore, the dimensions of the mobility is square meters by volts per volt second. Square meters per volt second. According to relationship between current density and velocity, that can be written as J bar is equal rho v into V, where J bar is the current density, V is the velocity, and rho v is the volume charge density. But in the materials, the number of protons and the electrons is same, and it is always electrically neutral. Hence, volume charge density rho v is equal to 0 for the neutral materials. The drift velocity is the velocity of free electrons. Hence, the above relation can be represented as J bar is equal rho suffix e into V suffix d, where rho suffix e is the charge density due to free electrons. Therefore, J bar is equal rho e into minus mu e E bar. For the conductors have positive temperature coefficient, while semiconductors has negative temperature coefficient. In conductors, we have positive temperature coefficients, whereas in semiconductors, we have negative temperature coefficients. And that is the concept of conductors. That is the concept of conductors. Next, coming to point form of Ohm's law. Point form of Ohm's law. The relationship between current density and electric field intensity can also be represented in terms of conductivity of the material. For a metallic conductors, and it is given by J bar is equal sigma into E bar, where sigma is the conductivity of the material, J bar is the conduction current density or simply current density, and E bar is the electric field intensity. The conductivity is measured in mhos, and the dimensions of the conductivity is moles per meter. The above equation, J bar is equal to sigma into E bar. That equation is called as point form of the Ohm's law. Point form of the Ohm's law. The unit of conductivity is also called as Siemens per meter. For the metallic conductors, the conductivity is constant over wide range of current density and the electric field intensity. But we know that the current density J bar is equal minus rho E into mu suffix E bar. Therefore, from the above two expressions, we get conductivity sigma is equal minus rho E into mu E. What is the point form of the Ohm's law? J bar is equal to sigma into E bar, and from this equation and comparing this equation with point form of the Ohm's law, we get the conductivity sigma is equal minus rho E into mu E, where rho suffix E is the charge density due to free electrons. This equation is the conductivity in terms of mobility of the charge density of the electrons. The resistivity is the reciprocal of the conductivity. Resistivity rho is the reciprocal of the conductivity. The conductivity depends on the temperature. As the temperature increases, the conductivity decreases and resistivity increases. And that is the concept of point form of the Ohm's law. Next, coming to resistance of a conductor. Consider the voltage V is applied to a conductor of length having uniform cross section S as shown in figure. So consider the conductor. That conductor length is L meters and the voltage is applied to the conductor is V. The direction of the electric field is same as the direction of the conventional current, which is opposite to the flow of the electrons. The electric field intensity is uniform and its magnitude is given by electric field intensity E bar is equal V by L. The electric field intensity is uniform and its magnitude is given by or defined as E is equal V by L. From this equation, the electric field intensity is measured in meters per second. Sorry, not meter per second, volts per meter. And voltage is measured in volts, length is measured in meters. And the conductor has a uniform cross section S and it is given by the relationship between current and current density is I is equal surface integral of J bar dot ds bar, and the current density is flowing normal to the surface and the differential vector surface area is also moving normal to the surface, that is equal J into S. The current direction is normal to the surface. Thus, the current density J is equal current per unit surface area. But current density J is equal sigma into E bar. But electric field intensity E is equal to V by L. So, therefore, the voltage V is equal JL by sigma. JL by sigma. That is equal current density J is equal I by S. That is equal IL by S sigma. And current is coming to the LHS side, we get voltage by current is equal L by S sigma. So voltage by current is the resistance R is equal L by S sigma, and the resistivity is the reciprocal of the conductivity. Because of that, 1 by sigma is rho. So therefore, the resistance R is equal rho L by S. Thus, the ratio of the potential difference between two ends of the conductors to the current flowing through it is the resistance of the conductor. From the above expression, The above expression is nothing but the Ohm's law in its normal, and it is given by V is equal to IR. This equation is true for the uniform electric fields and the resistance is measured in ohms. Next, coming to properties of the conductors. Under static conditions, no charge, no electric field intensity, no electric flux density can exist at any point within the conducting material. And the second property, the charge can exist only on the surface of the conductor. So, which is giving rise to the surface charge density rho s. The third property is within a conductor, the charge density is always zero. Within the conductor, the charge density is always zero. And next property, the charge distribution on the surface depends on the shape of the surface. Next property, the conductivity of an ideal conductor is infinity. And sixth property is the conductivity surface is an equipotential surface. The charge density is zero within a conductor. In static conductors, the current flow is zero. Electric field intensity is zero within a conductor. Conductivity is very large. Resistivity is very small. Magnetic field intensity is zero inside the conductor. The potential is same everywhere in the conductor. These are the properties of conductors.